Hey guys, welcome to another edition of my show. Well, another edition of whatever the fuck I'm calling my show today. Today I'm playing a game called Cubeworld. And if you're curious as to why there is already recorded audio in the background, it was where I recorded audio as I was playing, and frankly it was just not, it wasn't cutting it for me. I felt like I should explain this game more appropriately. This game is a voxel based adventure RPG crafting simulator, sort of like Minecraft. However, it has a lot of different key features. It focuses far more on leveling, the adventuring aspect, and far less on the actual building stuff, like your own digging crap up and everything like that. You'll find resources scattered amongst the map that you can break with your weapon and actually get it. However, like I said, the focus here is the adventure. So, killing things, doing quests, going to towns. There's I guess you can call them dungeons. There are places all around that you can explore. You can climb up the mountains and everything. It's actually incredibly enjoyable. Some hints to if you're going to decide to play this game, it's hard as fuck at the beginning. Like, it's hard to find enemies that are within your level range, and a lot of them, if you get mobbed, will beat your ass retarded. Like, it does not even make sense. For example, I was walking around, which you will actually see in this video, and I had been killed around 5 times by a raccoon. A fucking raccoon. Whereas I could take on a mob of like 3 zombies. So it's very strange. Again, this game is still, and I think it's the alpha stages. I don't even know if I want to call this the beta. I think it's still in the alpha stages. And see, there's that raccoon I'm talking about, actually. But it's intense. It's really fun, and you can just tell that this game was purely made for co-op multiplayer, playing with your friends. And it's great. It does that perfectly. That is exactly how this game should be played. And it's fun. It's more fun than you would imagine. As you can see, I'm bitching and complaining about that raccoon because he's about to kill me. Dude, that thing just puts its fists up and just starts beating you fucking senseless. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, that thing, it's literally got its hands in a little boxing position. It will chase you down. Thankfully, though, it actually left me alone, and I managed to keep walking around. Another mistake I made really early, I wasted all my life potions, which they can only be made if you have a flask with water in it and a heart flower, which I have an ass ton of heart flowers, but I didn't know how to get water during this video. I actually figured it out playing further along. Needless to say, the game is very, very fun. And it's relatively cheap. It's made by like a husband and his wife, and it's like 25 to 30 bucks, I think, like 20 and 30 bucks, I don't remember. And I mean, it's worth the money, especially if you can get some friends on to play with you. Like the fighting, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous fun. And I mean, there's so many different features, although they haven't been fully implemented yet. Again, alpha or beta. But it has a lot of potential. It has so much potential. I can't wait to see like the finished product. You know, you've already, right now you've got taming of pets. Like, I'm looking at that cow right there. You can actually tame that cow. I was looking at a guide to see how you could tame that cow. Because it's like you have to give a certain type of food to the creature to actually tame it. And then once you tame it, it follows you around. You know, it fights for you. Certain animals have certain abilities. I think there's one I fight later on in the video, or maybe I didn't fight in this video. Either which way, it's called the Spitter, and it's like a little magic-using animal. Sit there and heal you, which is ungodly convenient when you're in the middle of a damn fight. Because, like I said, you will get swamped sometimes by like just dozens of like creatures, and they will kick your ass. And the game is not very forgiving to a solo player. Again, I would imagine in the co-op it's a lot easier because you've got someone else covering your ass. Something else I've also noticed, I watched my buddy play a little bit of this. He was playing as a ranger and he had like a boomerang, in my opinion, they need to dumb that down, or they need to make everybody else more powerful, because that boomerang is fucking retarded. It literally hits somebody like 16 damn times. Like, I don't think it can knock anybody out, which is one of the key features of the combat system in this game, is being able to knock things out. But it does an ass of damage, which can kill enemies a lot faster, thus saving you a lot of health. Plus, it's kind of like an area of effect, because it seems like all the weapons in this game have a type of area of effect, which is incredibly convenient, but at the same time a pain in the ass, because that means that area of effect can be established between you and your allies as well. The combat system is actually one of the biggest things I want to laud about this game, that I'm very happy about. The combat system is very simple, very in-depth, but at this, that's just it. It's very simple, but it's in-depth at the same time. I mean, it's like you come up with various different strategies on how to beat these enemies, even though it's literally you use the click, like the left click, the right click, and you use 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are the only buttons you'll use, aside from Q, which is like use potions or eat things. And that's it. Those are the only buttons you press. However, it's still complicated, I guess you could say, enough to allow you to change up, do different combos, and, you know, beat the crap out of your enemy. It's pretty cool, and it's actually one of the biggest things I like about this game. Also, something else that I really like in this game that I don't actually touch on in the video, I don't think I ever make it to a town, but the cities. I love the cities. They're full of inhabitants right now that don't have much to say. They have like a couple of little helpful hints and tips to throw at you every so often on your adventures. But they're actually inhabited. There's things going on in the city. There's differences between the shops and stuff like that. I love that. I know that's really simple and in a minute detail, but it's fucking nice. Here is an example. You see those bulls back there? That's an example of some of the enemies you'll see in this game. And I will tell you that I played further on this game, and I traveled very, very far. And as I started going further and further, I found more and more exotic creatures. Bigger, like much bigger creatures. One of the also things I should probably mention about this game is, like any hack and slash type game, let's say like Diablo, where you would have like the bosses. That's pretty much what the quests are limited to right now, as I've seen. They are limited to boss fights, where you fight basically a much bigger, stronger enemy than you normally would see. For example, those beetles I'm running from right now and screaming like a bitch about, there would be like a big one that has like special moves and abilities, and it's really fucking hard to kill by yourself. They're almost like, it makes me think of like a raid boss or something from WoW, just because they're so massively overpowered compared to their tiny compatriots that doing it alone is practically impossible. So as of this current point in the video, I have not actually killed any of the bosses. As a matter of fact, I haven't killed much of anything at all. A lot of the game tends to end up being a grind, just because you get very little experience for higher level enemies. Like, for example, if I killed either one of these enemies right now, I would get 1 experience point for them. Which, I think, I get what they're doing. They're trying to make you have to kill things that are within your level range. But even then, a lot of the creatures that are within your level range don't give you more than 1 experience, 2 experience, or maybe 3. I found at my current point in the game, the best things to kill were horses. And I don't want to have to kill a horse. I don't know why, but it just doesn't seem like a bad creature to me. But yeah, I had to kill horses, and I'd get like +5, +6 experience from them, which if you kill 6 or 7 horses or so, you'll level up to level 2. Which, again, at this point in the video, I had not realized that. Because there was, you know, there's really, from what I found, is there's no guide or tips on where to start, where to go, what to do. What I'm actually about to run into now is I'm about to run into a ruins covered with zombies and ghosts and the undead, and all they want to do is eat my undead face off. Because I'm a fucking undead myself. Do you see that? I'm a little fucking skeleton running around with a mohawk. and they want to kill me. We should be brothers. We should work together to destroy the human race or something. But that's not in there. That doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm just ranting. The point remains is it is still very early alpha. But one thing I would like to see is maybe some guides, some tips from the actual developers on how you should start leveling up, some of the things that you should do at the beginning, some things you should know, so on and so forth. Because you pretty much just click start and you jump right in. And it's kind of a sad thing because, you know, I like knowing what I'm supposed to do. You could just go to user guides, like the guides that all the people who've actually played the game made, but I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to exit out of the game to see that. Again, I know it'll be coming. They'll eventually put it in. This is still too early to say anything. I'm just throwing out helpful tips. But I think I pretty much showed you the gist of what this game is about. I'm definitely considering doing more videos of this. I want to get a co-op partner to do it with me because I think it would be so much more fun if I was doing these videos with somebody. So, if anybody decides to buy this game who is actually watching my videos, hit me up. You know, I'm on Steam. Hit me up on there or on here. Send in a comment. And let's play together. Let's play this game because this looks like it would be a fuck ton of fun. But aside from that, this has been Commissar Bro. Thank you for watching my show. You guys know what to do. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See y'all later. God damn it, you fucking skeleton! I just want to beat some ass. I want to level up, man.